الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. All praise is due to Allah, and may Allah's peace and blessings be on His last Prophet Muhammad, and on all the prophets, and on all those who follow the path of righteousness until the last day. The topic that we are looking at today is that of the true religion of God. And there is a question mark, which wasn't here, but on the posters which you have seen, there is a question mark there. The true religion of God. We're asking really, what is the true religion of God? And to try to find the answer for that question, we would have to look at the evidence presented by the various religions on a logical basis, not on an emotional basis. We have to put aside our emotions. Why? Because emotions will blind us from the truth. People are following a variety of different religions around the world, very firmly in some cases, based on emotional reasons. The circumstance under which we are born are not something that is in our power to change. We did not decide what circumstances under which we are born, the culture in which we are raised. So whatever religion we are following, this has not been by our choice, fundamentally. It's just the circumstance that we find ourselves in. Now, whether it is the true religion or not, this is going to depend on whether the principles of the religion are correct or whether they are not. And this is how we have to approach religion. Religion being a system of beliefs and practices which define the purposes of our existence and our relationship to higher powers or a higher singular power. Now, all of the religions claim that their way is the only and correct way. This is what we find ourselves standing in front of. I found myself at one point in my life looking around, though I was born a Christian, raised a Christian, I found myself at one point in my life looking around and trying to determine for myself what in fact is the correct way that I should follow in my life. And I think each and every one of us at some time has to go over that issue in their mind, to be sure that they are in fact following the right path. Now, the length of this lecture will not permit an exposition or explanation of all of the various religions which exist in the world, because there are too many. It's not possible for me to stand here and think that I'm going to explain for you what are the beliefs of all the religions. So, I am basically going to present the Islamic point of view. In the course of discussion after the presentation, it's possible for us to look into some of the other points of view. However, as I said, so that we can keep this lecture or presentation within a reasonable amount of time, I intend to present the Islamic argument. Now, the first point of the Islamic argument, and Islam claims to be the true way, the true religion of God, the only way ultimately to God, as I said, as do all the other religions. The first point concerning the Islamic claim is that the very name of the religion itself, Islam, it expresses the principle, the fundamental principle, which is the foundation of the religion itself. Islam being submission, submitting of oneself to God. Now, Islam claims that this principle of submission is not something which is new. Islam is not a new religion which appeared, 1400 years ago. No. According to the teachings of Islam, Islam appeared with the first man, Adam, who is also considered to be the first prophet. Islam began then with mankind. It was, as I said, the submission to the will of God. Now, the name Islam is not something which people in modern times have, designed. It is a name which exists within the book, the holy scriptures of Islam, which we refer to as the Quran. The name is mentioned there. In one of the verses of the Quran, we find God saying, "Inna ad-deena 'inda Allahi al-Islam," that verily religion, true religion, in the sight of God is Islam, the submission to the will of God. Now, this name, as I said, is mentioned in the book itself. It is not the name of a person or of a place or a tribe. For example, when we look at the other religions, we find Christianity. This is named after Christ. And Jesus himself never said that my religion, the religion which you, my followers, are to follow, is Christianity. He never said this. This is a name which was made up by people in a particular period of time, in a particular place.